Leagues Cup 2023 was a massive success for both MLS and Apple. You thought I was going to say for both MLS and Liga MX, didn't you? Well, Liga MX probably wouldn't agree with me after a few calls didn't go their way. Still, the competition only ramped up as the tournament went on, and even though my favorite team got thrashed in the group stage, I couldn't help but keep my finger on the pulse of this tournament. There was so much intrigue, so much hype, so much fun, so much... Okay, yes, Lionel Messi making his debut for MLS in this tournament had a lot to do with the success of the competition overall. I wasn't sure that there would be many people interested in these games at all, but the Messi factor led to this being one of the most memorable months in MLS history. I view it as a massive success from a commercial standpoint that Messi was able to come in, give this league and this competition millions of new eyes, and win his first trophy with Miami. It's an amazing story that Messi was able to play the way he did and ultimately helped the growth of this tournament and the league simply by being here. Still, Leagues Cup isn't without flaws. There are things I would tweak for next year's competition, and as MLS and CONCACAF have shown us, they're willing to tweak literally anything and everything. Here's a few things I would change for Leagues Cup 2024. First, extra time. I don't think you need it for every single match. In fact, the penalty moments we did get in this competition were pretty unforgettable, especially in the final. But when deciding a trophy and a CONCACAF Champions Cup spot, I would have liked to see extra time be played between Nashville and Miami. Heck, give it to us in the semifinals as well. I know the arguments against it. These teams have played 5 games in a short span up to that point, their legs are tired, there's more potential for injury. I just think that in a semifinal, and especially a final, moving to penalty kicks feels a bit premature. Like I said, I'm happy with the penalty moments we got in this competition, don't get me wrong, but those big games right at the end, I would have loved to see extra time help decide the winner there. Second, don't play every game in the United States. I think for this to truly be an equal competition between MLS and Liga MX, Mexico deserves some home games, at least in the group stage. I know it's tough to expand travel like that. I know Mexico isn't always the greatest environment or even the safest place to play for an American team, but I don't think this will ever truly feel like an equal competition until that happens. You could have every year switch between the US and Mexico, I don't know, but this is something that should at least be considered when thinking about next year's tournament. Third, the reffing. I know, arguing about reffing is a pretty tired take at this point, but man, those refs did not have control of some of those games. I know that there was some absolutely wacky stuff happening, and a lot of that is out of the refs' control, so this is really an argument about reffing as an institution more than it is about reffing in the competition specifically. But they're definitely going to have to review that tape to get better for next year. One last thing I'll mention, is that really the engraving font for this trophy they're going to use? Seriously? This looks like R.L. Stine himself engraved this. I cannot believe they let this slide. Anyway, as far as complaints go, that's really it. The structure is cool, I love the group stage, I'm super cool with both champions getting first round byes, everything else about this competition seems like it was working. I think this format works. A lot of people, myself included, were very skeptical if this tournament was even necessary. After seeing it in action, I'm already looking forward to next year. Again, I'll reiterate that I'm not sure this would have all worked without Messi coming into the league when he did. He is the reason this competition got as much attention as it did. I still think it would have been fun, I still think the energy would have been there, but Miami staying on script and winning in dramatic fashion is what secured this competition as legitimate. Without him, who knows if this tournament survives for too long? With CONCACAF changing formats of all their competitions seemingly at random, this could have gotten the axe after a few years. But instead, everyone is already looking forward to Leagues Cup 2024. For Nashville, I really am gutted. Not only did they play better than Miami in the final, they had the much harder path beating FC Cincinnati, Club America, and Monterrey on their road to the final. It was pretty poetic that both Nashville and Miami were playing in their first final against one another as they both entered the league together. But one brilliant Messi moment later, and we all know the rest. Nashville has been building something special, and not to dunk on Miami, but a month ago, they were considered an easy win by any other team in the competition, and maybe the worst team of both leagues combined. Nashville will be back in a final sooner rather than later, and I hope their run isn't forgotten, because in my eyes, it's much more impressive of the two finalists. And that about wraps up my thoughts on Leagues Cup 2023. I am so excited for next year's competition. But again, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to watch more soccer stuff, check out the rest of the videos I have on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.